Bonjour, Kinamagi Nene, Ireland Indigenous, and welcome to this overview of our Week 16 learning plan. We'll begin today's presentation with a visit to our school website, located at sagchipschool.net. On this page, you will find relevant information from our administration, tribal administration, and also key events coming up, and some resources down here, such as breakfast, Title VI information, remote learning information. In addition, there are teacher pages here. So if you click under Explore, you click on Teacher Pages, and you can find me down here on the left-hand side at Michael Ireland. Under Mike Ireland, you click on Mr. Ireland's fifth grade, and you'll see announcements from me. This will include the weekly overviews that we're discussing right now, although not the videos. It's a great spot to go back and check for important information. It's not the only spot that I put information, but it is another resource. And in this case, doesn't require you to log into your student's Google Classroom. If you have suggestions for things that you would like to see me post up here relevant to the student's fifth grade experience, please reach out to me at mireland@sagchipschool.net, and I'd be more than happy to consider your request. Speaking of Google Classroom, let's check out there under the stream page. Again, is the information that your student needs to be successful, and you really would benefit from checking in with your student and looking at this page occasionally as well, as some of the stuff is also relevant to the parents and guardians. Our daily schedule is usually up by 4 or 5 the day before class. With the winter break, it will be posted probably at the very beginning of January, unless I get overly excited for the next class period. There may be some scheduled things over break if students need to check in with me. I encourage them to at least email me. We may be able to set up some Zooms if schedules allow, although I will not be setting up any Zooms on Christmas or Christmas Eve. But every other day, reach out to me. We'll see if we can do things that'll benefit your student, especially if they're working on making up some work that they may have fallen behind on, or if they're seeking just a little bit of enrichment along the way. We'll see what we can work out. The daily schedule is presented here, as I mentioned, and it has what time we have each subject and a very brief overview of what we are doing during that subject, what we're covering. That does include a link to a Google form of this. It's going to give you the exact same information that's up there, and a link to the Zooms. You'll also find our most recent newsletter. We will have our current week's learning plan up there. So soon you will find the week 16 learning plan. And the week 17 learning plan will be put up during the final week of December. So you can kind of picture where we're going when we get back from our winter break. Although the actual assignments won't come live until we return for the 4th of January, as I want students to either focus on making up things that they have fallen behind on, or actually just kind of relaxing and being a kid for a couple weeks. This is a great opportunity for them to do that, get a little bit of rest, have some fun, eat some cookies, find an elf on a shelf, whatever may be happening in your home. We do have, in addition, a link to our at-home breakfast and lunch. So if you're checking this out and you want something for this final week of December, of school at least in December, this is the form to fill out. Once we have a form for January, it will be posted on this page towards the top. I will also email parents that information once it becomes available to me. We also have some information on our apps. And then there's also a Remind, which is a good tool and another way that I might reach out to you as a whole group, more than likely. So let's look at our document for today. And you'll notice that there's a slight change here. On Wednesday is a professional development day, so students will be dismissed at 11:15 from their Zooms. The rest of their day is kind of unscripted. It's a good chance for them to work on things that they want to get done before the break. Good day to sit back with a good book. Uh, there will be no office hours. I will be available, however, via email. So if a student has a question or can't find something that they need to work on, I will ask that they email me at mireland@sagchipschool.net, and I'd be more than happy to respond as soon as possible. Otherwise, our live streams go live at 8:15 each day with the formal start of our day at 8:30. That's when I take attendance. Students are expected to stay on until 2 p.m., although there are office hours for students and or parents and guardians from 2 to 2:30. There is a lunch break from 11:15 to 12:15 where they have no responsibilities to the class. They can log out, they can stay logged in and go do something else. It's up to them and up to the rules of your home. There's also a other short break from 10:15 to 10:30 labeled movement break, because we do want our students to get up and move around a little bit. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Reading this week, we're going to do the Armadillo song. This is our graded week, so the skills that we've been working on for the last couple of weeks will be assessed here. We'll have Scholastic on the 17th, and we're going to be doing some independent reading. We're going to try to fit that in more frequently by popular demand. Is usually going to have a reading and some sort of response. Sometimes it might be a written response, sometimes it might be a video response, and usually going to be an option of one or the other. Writing, we're going to basically wrap up Unit 3A throughout this week. Students that are behind can use the break to get up there, but they can log in using their login at Writing City, and all assignments are found there. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Words their way. Although it says no class on Wednesday, students are still more than welcome to complete what they're working on during those days. This is the last week of the calendar year, so a good opportunity to see where they're at, make sure that they're good to go. Math, we're going to have an assessment on Friday. Although if you think for some reason you won't be there on Friday, you could always take care of it on Thursday. Otherwise, we have lessons 8, 9, and 10. The topic is still adding and subtracting decimals. Science, we're not going to start a new unit but the week before winter break. So we're going to have some of the Mystery Doug's questions, such as why do bears hibernate? What is the coldest place on Earth? There is nothing assigned on the half day for Wednesday. They're going to have a reading topic on Thursday, and on Friday, we're going to talk about the upcoming unit. And then we're going to ease ourselves into the winter break. Social studies, we're finishing up a little bit more on the New England, Middle, and Southern colonies. Taking a quiz on Tuesday. We're going to look at triangular trade on Wednesday and Thursday and have a quick quiz on that on Friday. Tech, 21 Things for Students is an awesome resource, and I encourage students to do it. While Quest 5 might be a kind of a milepost for where I would like them to be under the Basics tab, they are also welcome to move forward. There is an expectation that they would share the student checklist with mireland@sagchipschool.net so that I can acknowledge that they have completed it. Although it's not graded, it is a good way to prepare themselves for their tech classes when they get to the local public school district. Tuesday and Friday include map skills. They each have their own login. It gets a chance to practice math, reading, language usage, things that will benefit them when they get into their next testing window, which isn't all that far off in January. Thursday, code.org. Wednesday, I included no class, but we would have had typing.com, and students are more than welcome to utilize that on Wednesday. I opted to put no class instead of giving them optional things to do, as I understand that some viewers will say, well, literally what sustyping.com, and we'll avoid that argument between parents and students. I put no class, but if they want to do it, they're welcome to do this. As is always the case, I do encourage you to reach out to me with any questions, comments, or concerns. Uh, if the email comes in the evening, I will reply as soon as possible. Uh, During the day, there are multiple ways to reach me. Email is usually the quickest. It pops up to a phone. If you need me to contact you, you could always send me an email saying your name, number, and to contact you. And I'm always more than happy to do such. If there's anything that we can do to help you, help your students at home over the break, or as far as academics in general, as we seek to excel in 2021, because after this week, the 2020 chapter of academics will close for the year. That's about to wrap up our episode. Hopefully you all have a Minogijigat. Bama P.